On my name. Going on. Good. Great. Don't nobody want to get popped. Hopefully this is okay. If not, oh well. Squat is something that I'm really struggling with, and I got to watch my back from a couple of car accidents.
I saw the statue. I had goosebumps. It was one of the greatest moments of my strong career. Come on up. I lifted 476 pounds up with my head. That's the quarter of the world athlete strong man. According to what look at head straight. The problem here is I haven't lifted anything above 300 pounds with my head in the last year.
Come on.
And then we get to this lift and it's 400 pounds.
Let's go, man.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I can do this thing.
Yeah. Get it up.
Paul Anderson lifted 402 pounds above his head. We're trying to replicate that, but it's been over a year since I lifted this kind of weight. I'm feeling really apprehensive. But then I looked around, I looked at the Anderson family, and I saw their faces waiting in anticipation for me to help.
Yeah.
I had Paul's family there watching on, and I felt as though that I couldn't fail. So I had to get really psyched up, I got really angry. And I channeled all my energy into getting that lift done, and I'm so glad I did. I'm glad I paid my respect to Paul.
Alright, go, Brian. Come on.
Because of my training, pressing 402 pounds has now become not that much weight. Now, it's taken me a long time to be able to say that, because for a long time, 402 pounds was a weight that was a goal for me.
Squatting is just challenging for me sometimes. Not gonna lie. Also, not gonna make excuses either. Put on the weight, I'm gonna live.
Back in the day with 402 pounds is absolutely
Let's sneak off in that corner over there. Alright, you guys go? What gets the most excitement? Naked girls? Booty pictures. Sex sells. So, dude, if you're gonna do that, you can lean over and stick it out in front. I feel so exposed right now. To bend over more and stick it out. Man was trying to teach me how to do it. You gotta pop. You want the pop, and if you do the deadlift, this is Instagram. Oh my god, I look like I'm constipated. You do. Ladies first, right? Squeeze back down to this is the real feet before the feet, right?
The other day we saw those original York barbell displays. So they are one of the 10 gold standard of pinch grip strength. These are 45 pounds each, so total 90 pounds.
And these grip strength equal these.
But once again, I'm on Rumble. I have no idea how it works. I don't know if people are on the other side. If you're watching me live, you can comment, you can hit like. I don't know if it's rewatchable, but and it's on YouTube. But I just say please like, comment, subscribe. It's free and it helps me out. I work on content creation. I gotta be completely transparent. I'm monetized on Rumble and I made 7 cents. YouTube, I'm not monetized. But I can use the monetization money to help fuel my passion and fitness and quite honestly things like I had a friend that really needed some help. I would like to be like, man, I just made so much money content creating. Let me send him $1,000 on Cash App. Let me bless this person. Let me pay this bill for somebody else. Not only just fueling my passion, but helping other people in the long run. I don't know if I'm close, if you see my eyes, back of my head or whatever, but quite honestly, once again, squatting is a struggle for me. And I just did heavy frame deadlift beforehand, but there's a reasoning for that. It's challenging and it's hard. And I did something really hard before that, right? And now I'm going to squat. Well, I'm training for an 8-lift competition where you have to do 8 lifts, max lifts in one day. So even to do that, you're going to be tired. You're going to be struggling. Also, I compete in strongman and powerlifting. The squat is different because you start off the competition with squat, but just use a strongman for a reference. Sometimes you might have 4, 5, 6 events or whatever. You're not fresh when you're running with a 300-pound bag. Sometimes you got to be completely exhausted, completely out of your element, and then go through the hard stuff. That brings grit, and that helps you in the midst of a battle. When you're already tired, you can do it because you're used to it. But also, when you're not, if it's the first to beat, then it's like, whoa, this is easy. But then the more you do it when it's hard, you do something hard or you have a hard day, you do it in the midst of the struggle, that grind builds grit and builds determination. It helps you just to lift more weight. When I can get to the point where no matter what it is, I put 400 pounds on the squat and it's just like paper, that's when I know I'm doing it. And it's very challenging because I'm dealing with injury.
A big giant Cadillac and Paul Anderson on it. Let's see. Is it good? That's good. I like it. All right, push one. I got to make it closer to me. Oh, I'll send it to you later. No.
This is 311. Check the wider grip. I mean the wider stance from my squat, toes out.
I met 2 girls at the gym yesterday. They were quite good looking. I'm just waiting to meet them at the bar today, 11 a.m.
Well, at the same time before I got you with the bar off the girls instead of waiting.
Now, I think this is good.
1, 2, 3, up.
People like to see ladies. People like to see muscles. And they also like to see legacy as well.
All right, you're good. Good job.
But it's going to be really tough to do this.
I've seen a couple of others that are just put out so far. To be honest, they're pretty good. That's all we got. Thank you. Refresh it, make sure. Sure, don't do what you like. I'm not even kidding. That's awesome. Oh, that's going to be so good.
Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr endorses conservative Rick Jackson for governor.
wanted to take on the carousel lift that Paul Anderson did on the Ed Sullivan Show. That is awesome.
In 1957, Paul Anderson appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show, lifting up 18 celebrity guests on a human carousel. These Hollywood stars, along with the apparatus, collectively weighed in at 2,700 pounds. How did Paul lift more than twice the weight of a grizzly bear, and will our strongmen be hip to this challenge? Let's find out.
Who's up first? Me. Let's get it, bro. Alright, start one up first. I'm so honored that Paul Anderson's family came to watch us do the carousel. This piece of equipment, which is almost exactly like the apparatus Paul used, is for 485 pounds. Nice little warm-up twist. Yeah, because everybody wants to fire comes, right?
A hip lift is exactly what you would think it is. It's putting a belt around your hips, having the weight connected between your legs, and then using mainly the muscles in your legs and hips to lift the weight up off the ground. This is all going to come down to leg strength, so strength of the quads, hamstrings, glutes, hips. That's really what's going to be needed to lift this thing up.
One down,
So it's pretty important, guys, to stay with this. I did this in Australia like 6-7 years ago. It cut my L4 vertebrae in 2 spots. It cut my L5 in 1. Cut shrunk it an inch and a half. We'll find the exact information just before we're about to leave. My concerns with the list is getting the balance correct. If we mess something up, we can be crippled. When you do
The strong man for you.
don't start at the max. You gotta warm up. So you've got to let your central nervous system fire the proper way. Or there's 4 or 5 minutes off the ground. So you do lighter weights and you build up to the maximum weight.
How do you feel?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So you want to get Paul's family out here? We don't have any seatbelts for this ride, sorry.
This is Paul Anderson's grandson and son-in-law. So why don't we go Edward on that side for sure, and then we'll add Paul on this side.
In order to replicate Paul Anderson's lift, we need to add enough people to equal 2,700 pounds.
We need Caleb, Kagan, and Luke. We actually weighed everyone in attendance before we started the carousel lift and then wrote their names down on a list. You guys weighed 640 pounds. They're not going to list weights, although you all could probably eat a little bit more. So that we can pick people out based on their body weight. All right, guys, so here's what we do. We need to find 2 women that are fairly balanced in weight. So we've got one that's 242 pounds, one that's 234. So that would give us 476 pounds.
Too much.
Yeah.
159 plus 242 would be exactly 2,715 pounds.
It's unbalanced though.
That'd be fine.
No.
I'd rather go the heavy weight. 80 pounds heavier and balanced, or 80 pounds less unbalanced?
It wouldn't fail on balance there. It's so heavy, you wouldn't feel it. I think no matter what weight you put on that carousel, it's always going to be a risk factor to hit yourself.
And I have the heavy guy on that side.
As long as the balance is somewhat equal as it was, then we're doing the best we can.
So if you're showing everyone 6 inches to your left, it's not safe to move people around.
That was hard when it was needed to build confidence back. But I haven't been squatting a lot.
You don't mess with balance.
Really worried about hurting my back. So I do 2 squats like that. I'm high as a kite,
I'm concerned about
but
that challenge.
I do it
Something
again
I've never done before.
and go lower. Do it again and go lower.
So
Now I get it.
we're going up there. I was working.
That's it. Rumble, Young Man Rumble. YouTube. I'm out. I hope that recorded.